Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Pilat-Haze and welcome to your Movement Monday. So today's movement we're going to go through is side leg series, okay? So this is one of our fundamental Pilates movements, our classical Pilates movements, and you're going to be seeing it in your beginners class this week as well. So I'm going to take you through it, but just before we get stuck in, we're just going to get nice and warm, okay? So what I want you to do is just bring yourself onto the mat and have your feet about hip distance apart. Spread your toes and plant your feet into the mat. You can hold on to your knees and from there gently roll yourself down onto the mat. Roll your shoulders back underneath you and then just let your chest and shoulders relax down. From here you can keep your hands on your hips or you can place your hands down by the sides of your hips. Tuck your chin in slightly and from here take an inhale. Roll your hips towards your belly button so you plant your back onto the mat. And with an exhale then we're going to roll up into our shoulder bridge. So you're going to peel the spine up, roll those hips up, and we're just going to start to open the hips out. Nice big inhale at the top, and then exhale, you're going to melt down, roll through your spine nice and gently, place the hips back down. Once you get to the bottom, inhale, roll your hips to your belly button, and exhale, back up you go. And all we're doing is just starting to get a little bit of movement into the hips, starting to open them out. And your hamstrings, so the backs of your thighs are going to start to wake up here as well. So really send your knees forward at the top, standing evenly into both feet. We're going to go for another 2. To the top. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll down. And then on our last one, we're going to roll to the top, we're going to hold it up here. Now roll those shoulders back, let them sink down, let your chest sink down, and just make sure those hips are nice and balanced. Chin is tucked in, you're looking forward, you're sending your knees forward, and from here we'll leave all the weight in our left leg, just float our right leg into tabletop, hold it for 1, for 2, and place the foot down. Transfer the weight into your right foot, left foot pops up. Now what you're doing is trying to make sure that your hips stay balanced as you switch from left to right. We'll do 1 more each side, hold for 2 seconds on the right, place it down, transfer the weight, keep those hips balanced. And the last one, lifting that left leg up. Hold for 1, for 2, pop the foot down. Make sure the hips are balanced, big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to roll all the way down. From here, take your hands to the backs of your thighs, draw your knees into your chest, and you can do little circles here with the knees. We'll just release the hips out and we're just going to continue to mobilize and warm up all and around the hip, the inner thighs, the outer thighs. From here, what I want you to do is take your hands on top of your knees. And what we're going to do is draw circles with our thigh bones and with our knees bent, okay? So from here, hands stay on your knees. You can reach your knees forward, arms will be straight. From there, open your legs out left and right and spiral around in leg circles. So I want you to think it's your thigh bone moving around in your hip socket. That's all we're doing for hip mobility, just getting nice and warm. And you can do a nice small circle and start to build up, or you can stay with a small circle. We're just warming up here. But just have a little look towards your knees and make sure both legs are doing the same size of a circle. When you're ready then, we can reverse it. Take it the opposite way around, and when you do initially, you might go a little smaller again, and then you might build up to a bit of a bigger size as we go. We'll keep our chin tucked in here all the time. And we'll go for another 2. You might exhale as you circle, inhale as you come to center. And then last one, knees into the chest. And what you do from here, you can cross your feet over, one over the other, rock your knees towards your chest, and then rock yourself up to seated upright. Okay, we're going to get set up now for our side leg series. Okay, so for this movement, the way we set up, if you bring your knees straight out from your hips, from here, your ankles will be straight down from your knees and your feet are stacked, okay? Few different options for your upper body. So we can be up on the elbow, holding our ribs up, our top shoulder is away from the ear, and you'll be holding yourself in this position, okay? If it's not comfortable for you, if maybe you have any injuries in the shoulders or it just doesn't feel good today to hold yourself up, you can always lie down, reach your arm out and rest your head on your arm. You could always bend the elbow and just hold your head up here as well. So just resting the upper body down, that's absolutely fine as well, okay? Myself, I'm going to go up onto the elbow for today, and I mean, you can always put a cushion underneath your head, just get your upper body nice and comfortable so that you can really focus on the lower body. We're going to be strengthening our IT band down the side of our legs here as well, the outside of our hip, those muscles, right into the hamstrings where they insert in the center of your bum, and you're going to be feeling the inner thigh here as well, okay? So we're going to be working all in around the thigh bone, right into the muscles in the bum, and really strengthening your hips as well. So you're going to feel this all in around here today, okay? So we're going to start off with our clams. So we're going to keep our feet glued together. You can pop the top hand on the hip, or it can go in front, wherever feels best for you. And all we're going to do from here is just open the knees and close them. And then again, open the knees and close. And we're just going to go for 6, just like this. We're just going to start to open up the hip, and we're going to start to get a bit of length in that inner thigh. So as you open the knee, turn the knee outwards and then place it back down. We'll go for 4 more, for 3, for 2, and then last one. Now we're into our hip lift next. So this time when you lift the knee up, you'll also lift your foot off. So lift and open out the hip, place it back down. Now don't worry, if your movement is smaller than mine, that's absolutely fine, especially if it's your first day doing it or you have any injuries in the lower body, go for a smaller movement, that's no problem. We're starting to now open out the hip a little bit more, really turn your thigh bone outwards as you lift up, and then place it back down. We're switching on the muscles in your bum, so you will start to feel the bum come alive here. We're going for another 3, for 2, and then go last one. Now you'll keep the leg up this time and lengthen that leg out and point your toe away from you. So my toe's pointing directly forward here. From here, I'll keep that top hand on my hip, or you can place it in front. And from there, I'm just gonna lift the leg up and pop it back down. Now, I'm trying to make sure my heel is in line with my bum when it comes back down. So I don't have my foot in front of my hip. I wanna keep that line so that I can keep my hamstring working. So the back of your thigh here, and the middle hamstring, that inserts right into the center of your bum where your sit bones are. So you're really gonna feel the center of the bum warming up here and working. We'll go for 3 more like this, for 2, and then last one. Now hold it there, keep the heel in line with your bum, but turn your big toe up towards the ceiling. This time we're gonna lift the big toe up towards the ceiling, open out our inner thigh, get that stretch there, and lower down. And again, you might like to inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Find a breath that works well for you. We're gonna go for 4, strengthening that inner thigh. For 3, find your breath. For 2, and then last one. Finish with your heel in line with your bum. Point your toe away from you again. Now, if you need to take a rest at any stage, pause the video, pop your leg down, and you can tap out your bum, okay? Join back in when you're ready. When you are ready, heel in line with your bum, big toe pointing away. From here, I'm going to sweep my foot in front of my hip like I'm throwing a kick, flex my foot and bring my heel back in line with my bum. Point my toe, sweep my foot forward, flex my foot and bring my heel back. Now what you want to do in this movement is keep your foot at the same height all the time. As we get tired, our foot tries to drop down like this. You have to work hard to keep it up. Again, if you need to modify, you can go for a smaller movement, just forward and back, just slightly forward of the hip and back. If you want to advance, sweep forward in front of the hip, come up and over, back in line with the bum. So straight line forward, up and over, bring it back. That's just going to work into your hip more and into your bum more. Last one, and pause there. Now from here, again, if you need to take a rest, pop the knee in, tap out your bum. Otherwise, I hope you're still holding that leg out there. From here, we point the toe away again. Now with the foot, starting with the heel in line with my bum, I'm going to draw a circle with my foot in the air. Just a small one, nothing major, little circle. We're going for 6. Now, if you're struggling, bend your knee in and just do the circle with your thigh bone instead. We have another 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse it, keep going. 6, 5, bend the knee if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot, bend your knee into your chest. Have the knee lifting up slightly. From here, press and reach your leg out. Just 4. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, press and reach away. Last 2. And then last 1. Bend the knee in. Tap out your bum. Well done. So you really should feel your glutes firing up there. So right in the center of your bum, maybe the outside of your bum, all down the side of your leg. Here might have felt it as well, or the outside of your hip. And the inner thigh was working quite a lot there too. And our hips. So if you need to modify on the other side again, absolutely go for it. And you can always pause the video as we go. So we're just going to switch ourselves around to the other side now. So same thing again for setting up. You can have the upper body set up the same way you had on the other side. So your options again, you can go on the elbow, keep the ribs up, keep the back shoulder away. You can reach the hand out and sink your head down, or you could pop your head into your hand and just hold yourself up here, okay? So whatever is most comfortable for your upper body, set yourself up just like that. For the lower body then, again, we have our knees coming out from our hips, our ankles in line with our knees, and our feet are stacked. Okay, top hand, I'm gonna pop it on my hip, but you can always pop it in front of your body as well, wherever feels best for you. We're trying not to kind of round out and sink in the upper body no matter where we are, if we're lying flat or if we're up on the elbow. We wanna keep the upper body nice and strong to keep us nice and stable in this movement as well, okay? So from here, we're gonna start with our clams again. So keep your feet glued together for this one. We're just gonna open the knees, spiral your thigh bone upwards, and then place it back down. Now, find your breath. I know you would have been, especially if it's your first time doing it, on the other side, you might have been focusing really hard on what you were doing in the movement and maybe not thinking so much about the breath. So now that you've done a side and maybe you're a bit more comfortable with it, try and focus in a bit more on that breath. Exhale on what feels like the hardest part of the movement for you, and inhale on the easier part. So for me here, I like to exhale as I open and inhale as I close the knees. We'll go for another 2. And then we'll go for our last 1. Pop the knee down, the foot down. From here, we're going to go into our hip lift. So this time when you lift the knee off, your foot is also going to lift off. Lift and open. Remember, spiral the thigh bone upwards. Place it back down. And again, lift and open and place it back down. And do the biggest size movement for your body. So don't worry about what size I'm doing. If you can go bigger, or if your movement is much smaller, listen to your body and just challenge your body, your movement today. We're gonna go for another 3, for a 2, and then we'll go last one. We'll lift, we'll hold it, we'll lengthen that leg out. We're gonna point that toe away from us to start here, okay? From here, we're gonna lift the leg up and lower down. Remember, we want the heel to be in line with our bum as we lift and lower. So we come back to that point. We try not to drop our foot to the ground as we get tired, and we're just really stretching into our hamstring here, so the back of our thigh right up into where it inserts at our sit bone in the center of our bum. We'll go for another 3, for 2, trying not to go lower than the height of your top hip. Last one. Now point the big toe up towards the ceiling, lift and lengthen, open that inner thigh, and then again. You might like to exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. Now there's no right and wrong breaths here, you can always do it the other way around. We have 4 to go, keep breathing. You can look at that foot as it raises up and as it lowers. Last 3, last 2, and then last 1. Finish with your heel in line with your bum, point your toe away again. From here, remember, we're sweeping our foot forward like we're throwing a kick. Flex your foot, bring your heel back in line with your bum. Point the toe, sweeping forward, flexing the foot, bringing it back. Now remember, you can do a smaller movement, just come slightly forward and back. You can do it, you can bend your knee and just move forward and back like that. Or we can come forward and go up and over like you're drawing a semicircle. That's your advancement, okay? So you choose your level here today. Our base movement is sweeping the foot forward, pointing the toe, flexing the foot, bringing the heel back. We have another 3 to go. Find your breath. I like to inhale forward, exhale back. Last 2. Try not to go lower than the height of your top hip. And then last 1, Finish with the heel in line with the bum, point the toe away. If you need to, pause the video, tap out your bum, take a few breaths, that's absolutely fine. We're into our leg circles next. So we're going to circle that foot around in the air. Now, just small circles, nothing major here. And again, if you need to bend the knee and do the circle with your thigh bone, that's fine. We're going for another 4, 3, point the toe, 2, and 1. We're going to reverse it. Now keep going. I know the bum is burning here, but you can do it. We only have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex your foot. From here, draw the knee in towards your chest, opening your thigh bone out. Imagine your foot is against a wall. Press the wall away from you, nice and strong. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, press and reach away. We're going to go for 3 more, just easing out the muscles in the bum. Last 2, nice and strong. And last 1, press it away, draw your knee in, tap out your bum. Well done. Okay, from here, we're going to stretch it out. So when you're ready, bring yourself up to seated upright, okay? And what you can do is just pop your feet about shoulder width apart, and we'll take our hands behind our hips. Lift your chest, roll the shoulders away. From here, I'm going to take my right foot and place it across onto my left thigh. I'm going to send my baby toe away on that right foot to keep my ankle joint open. Now I'm going to press my right knee away from me, and I'm going to be pressing in to my left thigh bone with my right foot. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm going to release that foot out, and I'm going to bring my left foot across onto my right thigh bone. Actively pressing my left knee away, my left baby toe away. Lifting my chest, rolling my shoulders back, just starting to get a bit of a stretch into those glutes. For 3, for 2, and 1. Now we're just going to advance onto that stretch and take a little further. If that stretch was enough for you, absolutely stick with it. Do it again on each side. Otherwise, we're going to bring ourselves down to the mat. So you can hold on to the backs of your thighs, lower yourself down onto the mat. From here, what I want you to do is bring your left heel in towards your bum. Take your right foot up into the sky, take your hands to the back of your right thigh bone. Lift your head up and off the mat if that feels good for you, and then bend that right knee and take it across to your left thigh bone. From here, I'll take my hands behind my left thigh bone and I'll lift my left foot off the mat. Now you can always do this with your head down, but you might want a little cushion underneath your head. I would suggest just for a full body stretch, keep your head, neck and shoulders up. Now from here, I'm pressing my right knee away, my right baby toe away. I'm going to draw my left thigh bone towards my chest. Now you can do a little rock forward and back here if you need it, otherwise draw towards your chest and hold it here. If you want to deepen the stretch, we'll lift our left foot up in line with our left knee. And now draw it a bit further in. Now we'll hold this here for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and last one. Place your left foot down. You can take your right foot up again, take your hands to the back of the leg, point the toe, draw your forehead towards your knee, and then release your head down, release that right foot down. Have your right heel come in towards your bum, take your left leg up, point the toe, hands behind that left leg, lift your head, neck and shoulders up, draw your forehead towards your knee. From there, release the leg away from you slightly, bend that left knee, and we're going to press the left knee away, left baby toe away to keep the ankle joint open. Take my hands behind my right thigh bone. Lift that right leg up if it feels good for you. Keep the foot down by your bum, and then pressing the left heel away, the left knee away, and draw your right thigh bone towards your chest. From here then, to deepen the stretch, we'll lift that leg up in line with our knee and draw in a little closer. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing that foot down, taking our left leg up, taking our forehead towards our knee, and then releasing that leg down, relaxing back. Now, from here, cross one foot over the other. Take your hands behind your thighs, rock your knees in towards your chest, and then rock yourself up to seated upright. So that is your side leg series, everyone. I hope you really felt it in and around your bum, outer hips, inside of the hips, fronts of the hips, and your inner thighs. So it really is a huge movement, working everything in and around our pelvis. Really loads of positive benefits from this exercise, strengthening mobility and flexibility work. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I said, it will be included in this week's beginners class. So do try and get a good feel for it, get comfortable with it now today, and you can always refer back to this video again if you need to. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next Monday for our next Movement Monday, and I hope you have a great week. See you soon. Well done.